Okay, so just so Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining today. Today we'll be covering Shrimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 15th chapter and 21st verse. So please forgive me and bless me so that we can discuss it nicely and bring Srila Prabhupada's purpose to life when and we have the right consciousness when we are talking and hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll start with Mangalacharan. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnanam Ganashalakya Tashulitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You can hear me fine. I hope so.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. Let me just move this up for some reason. Okay, please. So we'll start with the verse. Sanskrit. Tadem dhanusta ishva sarato hayasyate soham rathena pritayo yat anmanti sarvashanena tadbhut sadisha kriktah bhusam hutam hukta kuhata radham ivopatam usham. I have the very same Gandiva bow, the same arrows, the same chariot drawn by the same horses, and I use them as the same Arjuna to whom all the kings offer their due respect. But in the absence of Lord Krishna, all of them, at a moment's notice, have become null and void. It is exactly like offering clarified butter on ashes, accumulating money with a magic wand, or sowing seeds on barren land. As we have discussed more than once, we should not, Prabhupada ki jai. As we discussed more than once, we should not puffed up by borrowed plums. All energies and powers are derived from the supreme source, Lord Krishna, and they act as long as he desires and cease to function as soon as he withdraws. All electrical energies are received from the powerhouse, and as soon as the powerhouse stops supplying energy, the bulbs are of no use. In a moment's time, such energies can be generated or withdrawn by the supreme will of the Lord. Materialist civilization without the blessing of the Lord is child's play only. As long as the parents allow the child to play, it is all right. As soon as the parents withdraw, the child has to stop. Human civilization and all activities thereof must be dovetailed with the supreme blessings of the Lord. And without this blessing, all advancement of human civilization is like decoration on a dead body. It is said here that a dead civilization and its activities are something like clarified butter on ashes, the accumulation of money by magic wand, and the sowing of seeds in a barren land. Jai Shila Prabhupada ki jai. So it's a beautiful verse when we are hearing every day that how Maharaj Yudhishthira and Arjuna is lamenting of Krishna's departure and disappearance of him from the motherly earth planet, and how sad they are. So in the last chapter, Yudhishthira was, Maharaj Yudhishthira was showing his sadness, his sorrow, and the separation from the Lord. And in this chapter, Arjuna is, he's remembering all the pastimes, what he has done. He has, as ate with the Lord, sat with the Lord, he slept with the Lord. There's so many things, activities they have done together, and he's remembering all those things. What in the battlefield he fought with, thousands of soldiers, and big kings there, were there, all with all their strength they were fighting, and Arjuna was able to win the war. But he's saying now that I've got the same Gandiva bow, the same arrows, and the same chariot, and the same horses. He's saying that what has happened, is only because of the Lord. It all happened, that even though I've got everything, all the material stuff which I should have to win a war, but because without his absence, it's all null and void. Without the moment notice, So he's saying that, as is giving the example that it's same as, clarified butter on ashes. So clarified butter, if you put it on fire, then it, it ignite the fire. But if you put it on, ashes, it's not going to do anything because there is no fire in it. And accumulated money with a magic wand. So, magicians, they do it like, in a flash of second, they will have the, either a rabbit in their hand or money in their hands. So it's all fake. You can't use that money. So it's all, illusion. Actually, what we are seeing around us, which is live, it's same as illusion. And sowing seeds on the barren land. So it's same as, in India, we must have seen some things you can grow somewhere, some things you can grow, but not everything can be grown everywhere. And even in the barren land, you do whatever you want, you try to do, but if the land is not for fertilization, it will not happen. Nothing would happen there. And Srila Prabhupada in this so nicely is giving the example that, about the powerhouse, that all the electrical energy comes from the powerhouse. As soon as you stop the power, it just, the bulbs are of no use. And we must have seen in our houses that as soon as the circuit is down, like you have to go and move it up to bring the light. So that's a kind of a powerhouse, isn't it? And if you have hundreds of bulbs in the house, some dead bulbs, it is not going to help. And Krishna is saying the same, it's the same thing. In the material world, everything moves by the will of the Lord. Nothing happens by without him, without his will, without his desire. And same, Prabhupada is giving the example that a child will play as long as a parents would allow him to play, and child will have to stop as soon as parent withdraw. So Prabhupada is giving example, and in a few times, in Bhagavad Gita as well, Krishna has explained that how he is the seed giving father for everything, and how he gives the ability in the man, how he's the best of everything. He is the, bodies of water, and he said that he is the best, he's Arjuna himself. So he Krishna himself is saying in Bhagavad Gita that he is the cause of everything. Whatever happens in cosmic manifestation in this material world, everything is because of him. So, and this verse very well, Krishna, Arjuna has spent so much time with Krishna, and he can feel that emptiness in his life, that separation in his life, that whatever I could do only by the mercy of the Lord. And this verse actually, we should learn from Arjuna, that how we should not be powerful, we should not be proud of anything we have, or any qualities we possess, because whatever we is coming from the Lord himself. If we are very good doctor, if we are very good in our profession, if we are financially sound, if we are physically very beautiful, and we have a very good relationship with our spouse or family members, everyone loves us, care for us, anything around us, a very nice children, very nice husband, anything around us is only by the will of the Lord, and only what he has provided to us. And because of him, everything is happening. Otherwise, we'll be like, I was saying the same thing last time. I think we are like we would be same as, a dry leaf fallen from the tree. It doesn't have any life in it, and he can wither either here and there everywhere, because it just disconnected from the tree. So Krishna is being a huge banyan tree, and we are just, small branches and trees from him coming out. And as soon as we cut off ourselves from that tree, we will be nowhere. We will have nowhere to stay, nowhere to go. And so this verse teaches number of things. One is we shouldn't be proud, and we should remember that everything is coming from the Lord. And we should also remember that, and in this verse actually takes us to the basic instruction of what Bhagavad Gita says is matter is nothing. And it neglects the, Darwin's theory that we have come from the monkeys. And other day my sister called me up saying that, why you're so engaged in Krishna consciousness, and we are not, this is not, we're coming from the monkeys, we are coming. And I said, okay, you might be coming from the monkeys, but I'm not coming from the monkeys. and and we had a good discussion. And this is what, still people living and breathing in India, there are so many pilgrimages, but it's still people, even I can give example of my own, sister. We all think that we are still coming from monkeys, which is really really sad actually. We take it for granted. And Bhagavad Gita is the only book, in this book distribution month, we go out and distribute books. And this is the only book spoken by the Lord, came out from Lord's lotus mouth on this Mother Earth planet. So we must not take it for granted. We should understand the instructions and remember our origin, where we have come from. And it gives the basis of us, that this verse also gives us the basis that we are just the matter. Whatever around us is just the matter. The spirit is super soul, is him only. He's managing, he's doing everything. He's cause of all the causes. So yeah, this verse takes us the basics of the Bhagavad Gita, that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, and everything around us is material and temporary, and it can go at any point, like what has happened with Arjuna. He has got the same body, same surroundings, same brothers, and, he's saying same Gandiva bow, I've got same chariot, same horses, but he's not feeling as strength as he used to do it. He couldn't do it. And you might have already known that what happened at the end, when he's trying to save the wives of Krishna, and a few handful of cowherd boys comes, and it just, it's been depicted by Lord himself, that how without him the same Arjuna could not fight with the cowherd boys, and when they tried to, take away the wives of Krishna. So he was saying that I wasn't able to protect them. And the same Arjuna fought with thousands of soldiers in the battle, because Krishna was there. He was protecting him, guiding him, showing him the way, riding his chariot. So so it's telling us that without Krishna's presence in our life, everything is void and null. We are nothing without him. And is the base, is the instruction that we are just the matter. We are just this body. And without this super soul sitting within our heart, by Lord's grace, he has come, and he has made this his asana, his seat within our heart, to show us that how much he loves us, that he's there. Even Arjuna had that as well, but he was, because he was so used to of Krishna having right by his side, and he always felt, that Krishna is there, and this is why he was feeling the separation. And same with the, gopis of Vrindavan. And uh, and Krishna was always there. He said that he will never leave Vrindavan, and he never left Vrindavan. Even today, he's performing his pastimes in Vrindavan. He's always there. So it's understanding that Lord is always there. He's guiding us and feeling his presence, and at the same time feeling the separation from him as well. That he's there, but he's not there. He's, in the Nectar of Instruction, it said that Lord is far away and he's very near. So he's closer to us, even we are closer to ourselves. And he's far away, he's sitting in Golok Vrindavan. So, but he can come back to us. He can come, he can be awakened, he can be talking to us as soon as we take his name. So there are many things how we can relate to each other. That first important instruction is we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. Everything around us is temporary. It's lively, it's beautiful, it's 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 blissful actually if Krishna is around. But if Krishna is not there, everything is dead. Yeah, it won't, it's just not there. We don't feel that bliss if he's not there. And then we should always understand what is the position of the Lord and who are we. So whatever we have to set this in our mind, that happiness, whatever happiness we have acquired in this life, is only by the blessings of the Lord, only by the will of the Lord, and everything come from him. He is the origin of giving everything. So even though if person goes to different demigods, as we know in India, we have different, we tend to go to and worship different demigods for different things. Even in Shrimad Bhagavatam, there is list of items in first canto, is been given, that if you want something, who should you worship? So if you want a good wife, if you want a good husband, if you want wealth, if you want power, who should you worship? For different reasons. But ultimately says that everything comes from the Lord. Nothing is, if it's not been sanctioned by the Lord, you will not get it. So Lord Krishna, I mean Lord Krishna, everything come from Krishna himself. So even you go different routes, everything is originated from him by his will only. So we should always remember that we shouldn't be proud, and we should understand his position in our relationship with him. Yeah, so these are the few things. It gives us the basic instructions. This verse relates to us, the main instructions given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. And when we do that, when we apply that in our life, in day-to-day life, then we save ourselves from so many miseries. I'm telling you, it just, it protects us day in day out, if we are in that consciousness, um, that I'm just the body. And it takes your ego away, because if someone is trying to hurt you, someone is trying to say something. So as you say, in Shrimad Bhagavatam, it said that when Parikshit Maharaj left everything, renounced everything, and he was sitting next to Ganges. He saw this boy coming towards him, and who was this? Sukdev Goswami. And he said in Shrimad Bhagavatam first canto that the women and children were throwing stones at him and did not affected him. He did not, he just ignored. And it in this part, I think somewhere Prabhupada says that they were behaving very badly, like, they were making faces and, throwing stones. And they were basically, not respecting him, not giving a respect who he was. And when then he said, he came in that arena of where all the sages had gathered, and Parikshit Maharaj was sitting there, and everyone was glorifying Parikshit Maharaj. And then when he entered in that arena, all the sages and Parikshit Maharaj bowed down to him. And when this woman and children saw that scene, that everyone is bowing down to Sukdev Goswami, and then when they realize that what mistake they have made, and how big sage he is, elevated sage he is. So Sukdev Goswami, he was a different platform, completely different. He had no ego or nothing. He just did not take that offense from those. Otherwise, and this is why we need to understand that when we understand that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, and everything is the Lord himself. Whatever has been arranged has been the Lord's arrangement around us. Then we won't take others' offenses so seriously, and we will forgive them, and we will have the bigger heart. Maybe I would say we will have a bigger heart to give our love, care, and compassion to others. And it's very important. I'll relate this to book distribution as well, because this is the month we should, and we try in South London. I'm serving South London temple, so we try, everyone, all the temples in ISKCON, they try and give out these books to others, because we want to distribute this knowledge to everyone. We want to tell them that uh, what are the instruction, and these are the basic instructions given by the Lord, that who are we, what is our relationship with the Lord, why does bad things happen to good people. And yeah, so it's and this is when we realize ourselves, that who are we, then we will have the compassion to others as well. And then we will have the desire to give what is good with us to others. When it just that's when you become a generous person. Yeah, you have compassion, and you're generous, that and you're happy to take any difficulties to help others out. And this is why book distribution is also, Srila Prabhupada has instructed us, distribute as many books as you can, because he want to take this knowledge wide and further and wide, to give, to tell them who Krishna is. And he's the supreme personality of Godhead. Everywhere, in every line, every purpose, Srila Prabhupada says again and again, enforce that he is the supreme personality of Godhead. So we need to let everyone know what jam we have, and we want to share it with everyone, and we want to make their life successful as well, because that is the ultimate purpose of the life, that to serve the Lord, to build our relationship, which is already eternal relationship, but it just, we have forgotten it, and we need to revive that relationship with the Lord. And as you know, you will experience this more and more, the uh, how grateful you would feel to Srila Prabhupada when you one day stand on the street for few hours, or maybe just half an hour, try it out, giving out a stand on the street and try to give these books to others and try talking to few people. And then you would know that everyone is suffering. Everyone is suffering so much. They all have different stories, the different trauma going on in the life. And when you start talking to them, you will feel how much this knowledge is required for everyone, because not everyone who is walking the streets, we all are suffering, and mentally, physically, emotionally, we have so many things goes on in our life. But the more and more we apply these teachings in our life, the more and more we feel blissful, happy, and surrendered. We feel that whatever is, it's his will. He just Prabhupada says, make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. And we say, do whatever, do whatever, do whatever you want to do with me. It's just, I'm yours. And yes, I will stop here. Otherwise, I'll rumble around. And, but yeah, the main teachings are, we are not this body, we're the spirit soul. Whatever is given to us is by the mercy of the Lord, will of the Lord. And when we understand this, then we will come out of our ego and we will be ready to suffer, or maybe, not get offended. And the main teaching of this particular verse is that we shouldn't be proud of whatever skills, strength we have. It's only by the mercy of the Lord. And we should always remember that, and we should use that in the service of the Lord as well, as same as Arjuna did. He did not wanted to fight, but he fought because it was the will of the Lord. So he did that for Lord's pleasure, not for himself, even though it was hurting him, killing his own kinsman. So yeah, I'll stop here and we will open for any comments. I'm not sure if I'm qualified enough to answer the questions, but definitely it'd be really nice to, if you can keep your cameras on, I can take your darshan, and we can start the discussion. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai. Thank you, Sonal Mataji. Anyone has any comments? Silpesh Prabhu, you're going on and off, and though your camera is on, we can see the black screen. So I'm not sure, something is going wrong.
Yeah, sorry, something's gone wrong. I don't know what's happening.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah, thank you for a nice class. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, we're nothing without Krishna, as Arjun says. Like, Krishna empowered him and he empowers us every day, but we don't realize it. We don't think of Krishna. That is all Krishna doing it for us.
Absolutely. Anything else from anyone? So have anyone tried to go out for book distribution? Is anyone supporting this service? No? Okay, no worries. Anyone else apart from Sonal Mataji?
I have how to say, I have promised so many books now, but in the language that I can't find it in Sweden, and I have tried. I'm trying to take a contact to talk to contact somewhere. They don't call, they don't answer, so I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, okay. Which languages you're looking
So
for,
there are
Mataji?
some. It's Polish, Bhagavad
Oh,
Gita,
yes.
and perfect question, perfect answer in Polish. It's
In
very
Polish.
difficult to,
Yeah.
and I have promised many. I'm so sorry. I'm
Do one
ashamed. I
thing,
have promised
you find a
so
Polish
many
person who
people.
can translate the book. That will be very good service for Srila Prabhupada.
There is in Polish. There is in Polish, but the only thing is it's very difficult to get them.
Yeah,
There are.
okay.
I
Okay, I didn't know. Okay.
got them two of them. I got last year, so there is, but it's only difficult where they have it.
Oh no.
So I have started, yes, but I promised, and I don't have to book to give.
That's very nice. I always
usually arranged.
hear your book distribution stories in WhatsApp group as well. So very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much for encouraging us and inspiring us. This is amazing. Very nice.
Oh, I do what I can. The only thing I can do. I can't do anything else, so that's why I do this.
No, this is very nice.
As
This
it's
can take
Krishna's
us back.
mercy. It's Krishna's mercy.
Krishna's
Nothing else.
mercy. You should try
Yes.
actually. Whoever, maybe
Thank
Sonal
you.
Mataji, Devi Mataji, whoever is here, I would encourage everyone to even just few hours in a week, just few hours in a week. Give it a try, and you will see the difference. I could never do it. I was always scared of this service, but Lord has, and every day still I can't step out, but I just close my eyes and I step out. And the Lord keeps me there.
Yes.
So it's a very important service. What it actually yesterday, one of the girl in our close, somehow Lord encouraged her, inspired her to come out and book distribute. First time she came out, and she was with me. We had about literally half a degree temperature here, so cold, freezing cold in London. But she was out and about with me, and I was telling her the same thing, that book distribution teaches her, this is the practical learning. Actually, you won't get it anywhere except the book distribution, and you will learn that even in an hour. And if you do that only in December month, that will keep you going whole year. And even if you can do it once a month, the qualities the book distribution teaches us is, the main is surrender. Because when you're on the street, when you're knocking on a stranger's door, when you're talking to strangers on the streets, you have no idea what can come out. You should not go alone, you should go with someone. But anything can happen. They can disrespect you, which has happened many times with me. So and you just learn to surrender. That is the biggest thing, quality, you develop. And the next thing, it makes you humble. Whoever you are, whatever you do in your profession, doesn't matter how big house you have, how many, how good family you have, how beautiful you are, whatever is it, how much is your, earning is financially, wealthy wise, anything. But when you're on the street, you are under the hands of the law. Because people can treat you anyway, and it makes you humble that you're nothing. You're nothing. It makes you so much. And then it gives you the tolerance as well. How it gives you tolerance, as if you make up your mind that today you're going to knock on 30 doors, and imagine the first 5 doors have behaved really badly with you, shut the door on your face, or maybe said something bad to you. But you will tolerate that, and you will still finish your 20 houses, and then you will come home. So it gives you that quality to tolerate. And then it also gives you the strength to face any weather, whether it's windy, cold, rain, anything, snowy. The last year, most of the congregation members, they went out and walked on the hard snow, I remember, and they covered hundreds of houses, literally. Hundreds of houses were covered literally in the last, 3-4 days. It was heavy snow, and last few days it was just like ice skating. You could slip anytime. You won't find a space to walk. And it teaches you how to be tolerant in your body as well. It makes you strength, make you strong to deal with anything. So these are the few things. And then it also gives you, because the more you try to explain this knowledge to others, it goes in your head. So it's very important to speak it out, to say it, what benefits it has given you. And then you have more faith in Krishna's words, because Bhagavad Gita is, because you have to believe in yourself to be able to give it to someone else. You can't be just giving anything and everything to everyone. You have to have that faith in the Lord's words, and you have to have that compassion to be able to go and give out, and then only you will stand and knock on someone's door. Otherwise you won't do it. So it develops the faith within yourself to be able to do this service, to on your own scriptures, on your own Krishna's words, on Krishna's instructions, and explaining it to others, that how it can benefit in their life. And then the more you speak, the more you feel strong about your own, about the Lord's, instructions. So it's a, I know it's a very tough service to do it, but it's the most satisfying service. And yeah, it's if you do it more for the others' compassion, like if you feel compassionate about others, and also for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, and that is the cherry on the cake. Like you're doing it for the pleasure of your Param Guru, for Srila Prabhupada, and then the mercy flows. You have no idea what you see. Like it's just amazing. I'll tell you one thing. Day before yesterday, I think on Tuesday, I went to office. I had such a busy day, hectic, literally. My upper back was completely dead. I was so tired. And I said, I'm not going out today. I'll start on Wednesday. I can't do it today. I can't do it today. But somehow or other, I just, I said, just come out, do something. And you won't believe that day, I was surprised. It never happened. First day I gave out the most books, and everyone was ready to take Bhagavad Gita. Everyone was giving nice donation, and everyone was so reciprocating with the books. And I was like, Srila Prabhupada, it's you. God. So Krishna, when we come out of comfort zone, Lord bless you, and his Srila Prabhupada's hands is on your head, and you feel his presence. He says that you walk, and I'm just, I'm there with you. And he's, yeah, you feel his presence. He never leaves a devotee, his follower, alone. That's his promise. When you go on book distribution, the more you go, the more you do this service, the more you start to feel Srila Prabhupada's presence and Krishna's protection all the time. So that's the time when, that's the only service I feel their presence more. I feel more protected. And you just chant every door you go. You just stand outside and chant. And you pray that, Lord, you're sitting in my heart. Lord, you're sitting in his heart. Whoever is going to open the door, give him the intelligence that he takes this book and make his life successful. So you are basically going every door, and you're praying for that soul to get connected to the Lord. And that is what is required, that just one single desire. I always talk about desire, that one single desire, praying for others in our life, and it will happen. Lord will connect, because Lord listen to his devotees. And it's such a nice service. Try it out, just one day a week, maybe an hour. Just decide you're going to knock 20 doors and then come back quickly home. That's it. Give it a try, you'll like it. Okay, I'll start talking. Is there anyone else who want to make any comments about book distribution? Okay, maybe. Yes.
Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. My apologies, I cannot come onto the camera. I'm kind of jiggling around. Thank you so much, Mataji. That's very inspiring, regarding the big distribution particularly. That's, as you mentioned, this is the one service that will make us, we just talk about, okay, you have to be tolerant, you have to be, should not be afraid to talk to the people about this knowledge and all that. But actually, when you go there and you meet the people, you don't think that is that tough. That's my personal experience. It's not that tough. And as you said, we typically stand outside an Indian store typically every weekend, and maybe most of them are same people. So you can see the people who already taken the book. They'll say, "We already have it. You gave me last week or last month." But they give a pause, and they know that, okay, what we are doing is, and I don't know whether they have read the book already, but the book is there, the knowledge is there with them. So that itself should tell us the way the approach of first time when they were reluctant to stop and take the book, to the next time when they are seeing that, okay, these guys are still doing this, So, and going door to door, that is even more challenging, because, standing at one place, we know who people coming out, and we can, look at them, and then easily we have a notion or a relation, you can make it, and then you can approach. But as you said, you knock the door, you don't know whether anybody going to open it and who's going to opening it. That is really is the challenge, and that is what we need to do more, Mataji. So it's really inspiring. And for whatever reason, there should not be any reason, but because whatever reason, we kind of had to stop in between and on and off. So now this is more inspiring that because this is the Gita marathon. As I was listening to you, I was thinking, okay, we live in a community of 156 houses. So maybe, I think this Gita
Yeah.
Jayanti, go knock on a couple of streets. That doesn't matter, I mean, the 2 books or 3 books if you can distribute. But yeah, definitely with this inspiration, Mataji, I'm gonna take kids and once Srimati is back, before we'll be, going into our streets and let's cover our community where we have been living for 3 years and we don't know a lot of neighbors. So
Very
definitely this
nice.
Gita Jayanti, I'm gonna do that, Mataji, and we'll restart again and
Very
try to
nice.
do the distribution. As you said, this is the service. All other services, whether you do it or not, but this is the service what Srila Prabhupada, get pleases. Thank
Yes,
you so
thank you
much,
so
Mataji,
much,
for
Prabhu. So nice. It's so
and
pleasing to heart
and
that
with the and with the temperatures and the weather you talking about, even we are not that bad, so there is no reason, to for excuses, because you guys are going out in the 0-degree temperatures, and we are. I mean, that is nowhere near to us where we are living right now. So yeah, thank you so
very
much,
nice.
Mataji, for your
So
inspiration
nice,
today.
Prabhu. Thank you. You made my day very, very nice.
Thank
Kick
you.
off. Complete all 156 houses.
Yes,
Even if
yes,
you
yes,
got
definitely.
one book, be
This is the
pleased with
Gita
that.
Jayanti.
Because Krishna and Prabhupada is not looking at the number of books. They don't
And,
bother.
and as you said,
They can make
Mataji,
devotees by like that. They don't
yeah,
need us to distribute the books. They're not looking at numbers. What they're
yeah.
looking at is our efforts. That's all is important. I tell everyone, just make an effort. Forget about the number of books. Talk
And
to the people.
I remember when we moved in here 3 years back, Srimati was the first, was mentioning, okay, we have to go take a bag of books and let's go in and around the community. But, fortunately, unfortunately, more fortunately couldn't make it. So I think with your today's inspiration, the way you are doing in London, definitely Mataji will do that. If we cannot
Thank
go
you
to
so much.
Indian store and stand outside because of permissions or whatever, but at least in the community, nobody's stopping, So
Yeah, I think door to door
thank
is
you.
safest. Door to door can be done anywhere.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Namaskar.
Thank you. Jai. Okay. So if there are no other questions, then we can close the call. Questions or comments, maybe. So yeah,
Thank you very much for today.
thank you, Mataji. Thank you for encouragement. Jai. Thank you. Jai Vanchikalpatarubhescha
Kripa-sindhubhyo vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Jai
Antakoti
Shri Prabhupada
Vaishnava.
ki Jai Guru
Jai.
Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.